You can see the cameraman up on the boom over there. That's pretty cool. This microphone has grounding issues. You can see the cameraman up on the boom over there.
that's kind of what we have with
Check.
the Starlink Gen 2 satellites. So it's sort of a perfect addition to the Starlink satellites. Like I said, we're incredibly excited to be pioneering this revolutionary new technology with T-Mobile. So.
Okay, sorry guys, I didn't have audio turned on.
So if people might be wondering, what do I need to do to make it work? Well, you don't need to sort of point it at the sky and like follow the satellite or anything like that. We're confident that it will be able to work if it's in your pocket or if you're in your car. Certainly, if you're walking outside or if you just pull your cell phone out, it'll work great. But we think even in your pocket and in your car, it'll work well. And we think probably up to 2 to 4 megabits per cell zone. So that's thousands of voice calls and millions of text messages. So I think this is a really a massive game changer. I hope that I'm being maybe a little repetitive on some of these things because I sometimes wonder, like, is the profundity of what we're saying actually gonna, because will the public understand this? Hello public.
You're talking to the public here.
Those in the audience from T-Mobile and SpaceX obviously understand what we're talking about. Is really a really big announcement, but I hope that the public understands the magnitude of the announcement as well. It's in a nutshell, it's
Sharpie.
no more dead zones, and that's what it comes down to. So. Do you want to answer this?
Should we take some questions?
Yeah.
I want to ask a question,
So,
but I'm across the
first question
street.
that came in advance from somebody in the press was, do I need a special T-Mobile plan? And, as I said in my remarks, we're not here to announce the product yet, but my vision for this is that on our most popular plans, we're just going to go ahead and include this. And,
Nice.
We feel like that's what the Un-carrier does. That's important. Now, there may be low-cost plans that don't include it, and there our aspiration is to charge a monthly service fee that will be far less than the monthly service fees charged by today's satellite connectivity services. But for the most popular plans at T-Mobile, our vision is to just go ahead and include it for free, just like we did with the global connectivity for our cellular roaming partners all around the world.
So do Starlink satellites have to be reprogrammed to communicate using T-Mobile's radio band? Actually, we need to do more than simply reprogram the satellites. We are constructing special antenna. Like I said, they're actually very big antenna that are also extremely advanced. They're the most advanced phased array antennas in the world, we think. And it has to be the antennas have to be extremely advanced because they've got to pick up a very quiet signal from your cell phone. And you can imagine if that's like cell phone, that signal's going to travel 500 miles and then be caught by a satellite that's traveling 17,000 miles an hour. And the satellite's going to compensate for the Doppler effect of moving so fast. So this is really quite a difficult technical challenge. But we have it working in the lab, and we're confident this will work in the field. So it's actually quite a lot of extra hardware on the satellites, and it's also a lot of software, yes. It's a hard problem. That's why it's not been solved before.
Right. Oh, that's a cool shot.
So the question is the invitation for all carriers across the world or just the U.S. to start? One of the beautiful things about satellites is that they orbit the Earth. And so, our mutual view was the more companies around the world we can get signed up for this, the way T-Mobile is signing up for it tonight, the better. Because, and what we're offering is reciprocal roaming, so that our spectrum, which will be transmitted by the satellites all around the United States, including territorial waters, vast portions of Alaska, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, big swaths of the ocean potentially, will be available to visitors in the United States that have carriers all over the world. And our view is that the best way to do this would be to ask them to also participate, find a piece of mid-band spectrum in their country from their carrier that they can dedicate to this in partnership with SpaceX, and then our customers would benefit from the same thing when our customers visit their country. And that's one way this could roll out. And so tonight's message is a call to those carriers to get involved and join the party.
Join the party.
Yeah. So so this is an open invitation to carriers around the world. Please get in touch with us, and we'd love to partner with you and enable this globally. So. Yeah.
T-Mobile does have the best coverage, as far as I know, in this area.
Will Starlink handle any of T-Mobile's backhaul transport? Well, we're open to that, and we're partners now. So, yeah, and
yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, and it's I'm a Starlink customer, so I use the Starlink service right now, and it has blown my mind. I mean, it's an amazing service with massive capacity and speed, and in my experience, fantastic reliability. And so, I do think there's an opportunity as we reach further and further into certain rural areas to make that the way we reach people with full voice data and messaging services. And so, certainly we're open to that.
It's a cool setup.
Yeah, well, you want to do, yeah, okay. Does participating messaging apps mean iPhone users on this Starlink connection will be on iMessage as usual, and Android users will be on RCS?
There's a Tezzy.
We haven't actually we just announced this moments ago, we haven't actually begun working with other companies as to how they will integrate with us. But the reason we said select messaging apps is because it's a bit of a technical problem that we need help from the partner with in order to separate messaging traffic from all other.
Look at Elon trying to.
We've done this before with prior initiatives at T-Mobile. We know how to do it, but sometimes we need a little bit of involvement from partners. We also need to make sure that they're working with us in a payload-aware way. And so our opportunity over this next few months is to open up a program and invite messaging apps to participate, such that they are reaching our network in a way that our network can see and separate the messaging traffic and make it available to participate in this service right out of the gate. So that's the vision. And our partners in the internet have worked with us before. Years ago, we did Music Freedom, and we were the first company to allow you to stream all your music free at T-Mobile back when you sold data by the data bucket. And so we've been through this journey before, and that's basically.
Yeah, data by the data bucket.
I think an important thing though
cool
is
hats.
that you will not need to get a new phone. The phone you currently have will work. So.
Woo!
So some audience questions?
Yeah, hey guys. Thanks for doing this. Question for Elon. Eric Berger from Ars Technica.
Oh, there is media there.
Antennas are very big.
That's Eric Berger from Ars
About
Technica.
how big those are, sort of.
So big.
So big. They're so big. So big!
NASA has had some issues with another company's antennas.
They're so big.
Just trying to get a sense of how big they are, and then how many of these can actually fit in the Falcon 9 payload fairing, because you've been talking about launching that in addition to Starship. So thanks.
So we think this service will be primarily a Starlink V2 satellite. The Starlink V2 is the main body of the satellite is about 7 meters long. So call it maybe 40% longer than an SUV.
No, this will go up in Starship, right?
And then the antennas that we're talking about here will be supplemental to the KU and KA antennas that we're currently using on Starlink 1 and to the laser links. So the Starlink 2 satellites, we tend to have KA, KU, improved KA, KU, and obviously the laser links, and then in addition we would fold out the sort of the cell spectrum antenna that would be also quite large, so on the order of 5 or 6 meters on a side, so roughly 25 square meters.
And then can you get those in the Falcon 9 payload fairing?
The Starlink V2 is meant for Starship.
What? Oh, I thought it said made from Starship. Made for Starship.
It's meant for Starship.
Woo!
Those things.
I'm wooing from outside.
So the Starlink V2 satellites are very large and too big to fit in a Falcon 9. but the
Too big.
we are actually looking at an interim solution, which is like a sort of Starlink V2 Mini that would maybe launch if Starlink, if the Starship program is delayed longer than expected, would launch a sort of a smaller Starlink V2 kind of Mini that would fit on a Falcon 9.
Thank you.
Cool.
Andrew Clifford. It's nice to be here.
Small
Thanks for
media
putting this
section.
on
Oh my God,
the
Paul from
TLPI
Ocean
Network
Cam.
and the Launchpad official.
Nice.
So I guess
That's
the first
Paul from
question,
Ocean
I just
Cam.
have like a question about the technical difficulties that you ran into getting up to this point and actually being able to decide that this was worth pursuing.
Oh, that's Andrew.
Like, what was the hardest technical hurdle to get
From
past?
the Launchpad.
And before beta, is there going to be an opportunity for like emergency services or anybody to kind of get their hands in on this to see how well it works?
So yeah, as soon as we have the satellites in orbit, we will try to enable them to connect to cell phones for emergency services. So you actually don't need, unlike a real-time connection, you don't need to have the full constellation of satellites active in order to transmit text messages or email, for that matter. So any kind of asynchronous communication will work even if it's only one satellite.
It's 7:30.
Now, of course, we are constrained by regulatory approval. But from a technical standpoint, it should work even when there's only a handful of satellites in orbit, because of the asynchronous nature of text messaging and email. You might just have to wait, I don't know, a half an hour maybe for the thing to go through, but it should still work from early on.
Awesome, thank you.
Hey, Elon, Louis Balderas with Lab Padre Media. Good to see you again.
Lab.
I see.
Had a couple of off-topic questions, but I'm going to skip those.
Yeah, we're going to stay on topic, otherwise.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, with this new technology,
There are some
will
recent media
this
there.
eliminate
And I didn't know about
international
it.
plans? And you talked about download speeds. What about upload speeds?
Yeah, this will not. I do want to. This is an amazing thing that we're unveiling, but I do want to make sure that it's understood in the right context. So, the size of the cell that will be quite large compared to the space-based cell system. The area of the cell will be large compared to a terrestrial system. So this is really meant for places that don't have cell tower connectivity. Because although it's like maybe 2 to 4 megabits capability, that's what the capability is for the entire cell. So if you've got, we're talking about like 1 to 2,000 voice calls per cell, but that cell is going to be quite large. And so it really is, it's not a substitute for ground cell stations, because ground cell stations, especially in urban and suburban areas, will definitely be superior to what we're talking about here. This is really meant to provide basic coverage to areas that are currently completely dead.
Thank you.
Louis.
Good evening, Christian Von Pricing with KRGV here in Westlake, a local affiliate. I wanted to ask about situations that we have here in the Rio Grande Valley and in South Texas. The winter freeze, hurricane, big floods, situations where we kind of run out of bandwidth, we start losing cellular connectivity. It affects everyday people, it affects the first responders. So with what you were talking about earlier, is it going to help assist with that situation?
Yeah, I mean, I can jump in. It's one of the big benefits of this is redundancy. And one of the big priorities of our industry, and I know of the FCC who regulates us, is redundancy. And one of the things about starting next year with messaging, as opposed to trying to plunge right into voice and data right away, is that with messaging, we should be able to handle a lot of messages, many thousands of messages that can be sent. And so when you do have outages that happen through natural disasters or otherwise, there's an opportunity for people at scale to be connected in real time. And Elon was saying there could be a lag at first, but he's talking about before we reach commercial service, right? So eventually, as we hit commercial service and even beta, this is real-time messaging where you send a message, you get an answer. You know, you're connected. And by limiting it to messaging in the early going, it allows us to address use cases like that. Complete redundancy to cellular networks, which are subject to the weather because they're here on planet Earth.
Yeah, but this really is a big deal. It's a great question to ask because, yeah, even if an entire region or country was lost connectivity because of a severe, hurricane or floods or fires or tornadoes, earthquakes, there's so many natural disasters, obviously, you would actually still have, even if all the cell towers were taken out, your phone would still work.
Oh, I see.
Thank you.
I see it.
Hi, it's Evelyn Arevalo for Tasmanian.com. How many Starlink users can a single Starlink satellite support?
So in this context for this application, we're talking about roughly 2 to 4 megabits per cell zone. So it depends on how many people are in that cell zone. You divide that bandwidth by the number of people in the cell zone and who are using it simultaneously. So since a voice call is about 2 kilobits, that's 1 to 2,000 simultaneous voice calls, or there's hundreds of thousands of text messages that could be sent depending on the length of the text message.
Thank you.
We have some coming in while you're coming to the stage. We have some coming in from online. At Isaac Swede, how will the phones connect to Starlink? Any special hardware required? I think Elon got at this a little bit. One of the beauties of this approach is that we are using existing T-Mobile mid-band PCS spectrum, some of the most tried and true spectrum there is, and we own it nationwide. It's one of the pieces that we own contiguous on every single corner of the country. So that allows us to then dedicate that, working together, to the constellation that Starlink operates, so that we are seeing those satellites from every corner of the country. You know, as we said in the remarks, if you have a clear view of the sky, our vision is you're connected. And so your phone doesn't really know. You know, your phone doesn't know it's connecting to space. It will scan for its home network. It'll scan for terrestrial roaming partners as well. And if it fails to see those things, it will scan again, and it will connect to the authorized connection from the satellite. And it'll think it's connected to a cell tower because that phone is using industry standard technology communication protocols, and it has the spectrum already built in. At least the vast majority of phones in circulation today do.
It's designed to just fully emulate a cell tower, and it has to do. There's quite a bit of complex hardware and software in that because it is moving so fast. They're traveling overhead at 17,000 miles an hour. Normally, a cell phone tower does not travel at 17,000 miles an hour. So the phone's so we actually have to adjust the signal to account for something called the Doppler effect, which is sort of a increase in frequency as you comes towards you and a decrease as it goes away. Anyway, it works. It's complicated, but it works, and no extra hardware is needed.
Yeah, hey, Paul Mamakos with Ocean Camera Space Corp. So both companies are going to work together, kind of contribute different infrastructure together to build a bigger network and stuff. How do you see this maybe going further into the solar system, maybe future partnership there?
Well, we'd love to have T-Mobile on Mars.
Yeah. Mm.
That might be the last question, perhaps. Okay. Well, I guess thanks everyone, and we look forward to providing you with this great service and working together with T-Mobile to bring to you. So yeah.
And coolest going down. I think that might be it. So it was quick. All right. Well, that was short and sweet, which is totally cool. All right, now I'm going to do an after party here. Since I have 36 people hanging out and I have a second lens, I'm going to sit here and let me swap my lenses for you. Stay tuned, everybody. All right, I'm going to do a lens swap. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh, that doesn't work. Sorry, everybody. Hold on. Okay. Coming back. Okay, we are looking at the Starship build site. Stay right there with me. And I'm gonna just have to switch you over to a different camera input. Short and sweet, I like it. Okay, gonna go this direction. All right, I just have to adjust some settings here. I don't usually use this camera. It's new. Light. There's B7.1 right there. So it was a short and sweet event. 7.1's rolling back. And yeah. Short and sweet. You still live? All right, there's 67 people hanging with us. Hi, everybody. All right. I'm going to switch the input over here. Ready? Here we go. Set this up another time. Hi, everybody. If you're still hanging with me, swimming pool looks a bit dry. Thank you. What's up, everybody? Hey, hey. Let me put this back. We are live at Rocket Ranch, the Outpost. They just finished the presentation at SpaceX, and we are looking at the build site right now. Earlier today, we were watching, let's see. This is where the presentation took place. We're going to watch all the cars leave. There we go. There's 7.1. May get its way back down. Oop. Engine's doing something. Or sorry, booster's doing something. Detanking. I hear detank happening. Yep. So this is looking at the launch site today at Starbase in Starbase, Texas. Today's date is August 25th, 2022. Listen. Very quiet. Detanking. What's up, Jack? What's up? Oh, I'm okay. It's okay, everybody. If I were at the event, I wouldn't have been able to stream all day with y'all. You know? All right. So detanking over there. I appreciate you, though. I'm going to go over here and find the Starbase sign. How's that sound, everybody? Sound good? I'm going to unplug this. All right, we're moving. I think I may be able to see it from here. Let me just try that. Oop. Ooh, there's a bee. Bumblebee. I want to keep that there as this bee is on me. Bumblebee. There it is. Bumblebee's still on it. All right. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I hear a bumblebee. There's a bumblebee on the lens right now. It's so weird. You can't. You can see the media bus there. We are looking at Starbase. Hey, Chief. Bee, go away. We might be too far away from Starlink. Starbase. All right, I'm gonna head down to the launch site. These bumblebees are right on me. I'm gonna head to the launch site and yeah, Jessica Kirsh here, coming to you live from Rocket Ranch, the Outpost. Bummed I missed that presentation, but glad that you're able to spend it here with me. And yeah, another beautiful evening. All right, everybody, Jessica Kirsh here. Let's see if I can get myself in frame without this bee stinging me. I think I'm gonna have to go pretty far. There we go. I'm gonna go out of frame. Oh, the bee is near me. It's in my face. Go away. It likes something on me. Hi, everybody. Jessica Kirsh here. Coming to you live from the Rocket Room. Hi, everybody. There's a bee. It's still following me. Go away. You can hear it. Oh my God, I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes and there's a bee on me. Okay, I think I'm in frame. The bee dance. Oh God, it's been quite the day, everybody. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Jessica Kirsh here, coming to you live. It's been a long day. Thank you, moderators, channel supporters, Patreon supporters, and anybody that sent over super chats, PayPal donations, Cash App, Venmo. My head's cut off. I know, Michael, I know. All right. I love you all. Yeah. Woo. Thanks, Moonbeam Bruce. Thank you for that reminder. Remember that, again, you made something out of what could have been nothing. Great reminder. Thanks, Bruce. I really needed to hear that. All right, I'm going to go see and, oh, the road, there's still sheriffs down there. I'm going to go mingle amongst the people. Wind down a bit. Yeah. If I wind down a bit, then I'll want to go to sleep. Thanks so much for everybody who hung out all day. I need to be more proactive when it comes to figuring out when events are happening. Told you Jessica Kirsh was going to dance like she was at a disco. That's right. Danielle, for you. Thanks. All right. I'm going to pack up. And I'm going to go down and see if I can engage with any of the people that are here. Can't stop, won't stop. Got to build a channel and make friends and network. All right. Love you. Jessica Kirsh here. I've said that already. But I will see you. Oh yeah, let me show you Dishy. Hold on. I know I do this a lot. The Kona looks really cute with Dishy on it. Oh, hi. JKC, baby. Dishy. Hi, Dishy. Dishy pointed at Mexico. Okay. We're going to close off on Starlink. Oh, Okay, bye.